for YouTube, because you know we put it on YouTube, and I'll say it every cast because you never know who's listening. Oh, someone walked by. I think I saw that. I don't know shit about motion. Alright. Are we good? I almost thought they mixed up teams, which would be crazy. But welcome in, everyone. I believe we're good to go. We got the recording. Music's off. We're locking in. Also, if you're just tuning in, you're saying, what the heck is that on the side of the screen? That is Spartan Demons. They wanted their player cams on display, so you get to see them in action. We've done it once or twice, but hey, we oblige on the request. But this is week 7, final week of the regular season, and I don't know if Demons are really playing for any contention. I think they might be out, but here to play devil's advocate against Master Dogway's disciples. That's a mouthful. And Caleb, do you know him? He says he knows him. And what is the name of Big Papa's wheel? But we are still scoreless, and yeah, once again, we'll mention this GC1-GC2 of CPL in there. It's your first goal. You called upon him. Big Papa is there. And nice initial touch, and then good control. So gets by 2 by himself. Caleb says I was in a random other server. He's low-key the best ones player ever. That's a big claim. But Little Day pushes it on, and we have a tie game. Did not almost boss shot, but he also almost got demoed. Pretty sure it was GC1 and once. That is no joke. Not easy. But Emerson trying to apply some defense and trying to center it, but tough spot for Little Day to be in. And patiently waiting. But a big demo and saved. And please don't send him your social security number. But to be honest, if you're old enough to have a social security number, everybody already has it because every entity has been hacked. My stuff is on the dark web, guaranteed. But almost at halftime. Little Day with the challenge. Now Emerson taking it up. Has to catch up back to this one, though, using a lot of boost. And going to be denied on the re-up. But Little Day trying to pause that attack. And impossible pinch. Not happening. From Master Dogways, they're trying to get it out of their corner. Emerson taking time. Got the initial pop around the second, and Little Day is there. And Emerson doing some heavy lifting in the corner. But Little Day right there to pounce. And they gain the lead by 1. We're under 2 minutes to go. But Emerson denied on catching it for the dribble. But Big Papa going high, and now Demons clearing it the other way, creating some pressure. However, spread apart, and Lil Day's been having some great challenges while Emerson's heading back and doing a good job not only pausing the attack, but there adds another goal. And like we said, Lil Day's challenging has been on point. But up by 2 are Spartan Demons. And Lil Day caught texting and driving. Illegal. But it was a break, so I guess we'll allow it. Jump scare top left. But Emerson, a good cut. He wants another. He does get another. It's just going to get a really awkward bounce. And now Lil Day in a tough spot. Gets boost. Trying to keep it in control. And wisely absorbs the 50. But Emerson, flip reset. And nothing doing. Now. Cut over and almost puts it through, but send me your SSN is there ready to pounce. And I don't know, 33 seconds, still time for some magic from Master Dogways. And might see a bump come out. You see Lil Day jump out a little forward to avoid that scenario. But Lil Day booming it down. A lot of time gonna tick off with that. And Emerson trying to be a nuisance. He's doing a good job at that, using everything he's got. But may have put it in front, and you know the demo coming, and Lil Day in danger, but saves it. And an incredible effort. I felt like one way or another that was the scenario. There's just a question of if it would be saved or not. Second jump scare. Alright, so that is game 1. 2 Spartan Demons, but a close one. So, Forbidden Temple, game 2. Both teams have a game under their belt. Kind of know their opponents. Is game 2 going to be different? I feel like I just got touched by Day. In a good way, right? But we're going to be looking at Master Dogways Disciples. They lost the first game. Certainly going to be coming out trying to get a lot of pressure, and it was a question of if that would just fall in. But Big Papa has shown some skills in ground control, and certainly a menace at that, and trying to continue on with that, as that led to a few moments of scoring in the previous. But unfortunate 50, and Emerson almost pre-reads it. But bang tie, Lil Day keeping it close. Initial touches, but no challenge on him. And there it is, kept to the corner. And Big Papa is probably going to cut over, and he does it again. Such a menace on the ground. And Master Dogways strike first again. But challenging each other. Now to the air. And you see Big Papa maybe trying to get a demo. Nothing happening. Now has to venture back. And Lil Day with the shot. But not hitting the mark. A little day showing quickness on defense, getting back, and has good position, but a little bit of space between him and the ball. Can we check M's pulse? We haven't seen him move for a while. I swear he just takes a picture. His camera is still. And there's a great save coming out, hitting the crossbar out and holding on to that 1-goal lead. And Big Papa trying to control. But Emerson has different plans in mind. But there's a shot with bumps. And Little Day showing good defense yet again. This should be easily collected by Big Papa. A demo, and that's on target. Well, he needed a second to see if that would bounce out from the angle. But now, add in another Master Disciples. Master Dogways Disciples, if you want to say the full. They are up by 2. Damn. I hope Big Papa sees this. DJ Caleb is his biggest fan. But Emerson can't get a touch there. And now absorbing the 50 and trying to absorb the second one, but not much happening. A little bit of a skid. But also you see the bumps happening as well. Little Day having it to avoid that. But solid performance, solid response from Master Dogways. They are up by 3 in clear command of this. But a huge goal for Little Day and Spartan Demons. Get on the board. And I would not say it's over. Just a very big hill to climb. 122 left on the clock. But a kickoff goal, nothing like it. Certainly shifts momentum in an instant. And just like that, 118. It's doable for them to tie it up. We've seen Master Dogways control much of this. But they are being tested. And that's what is I'm doing. But there's more pressure. Well, we got 45 seconds on the clock, and that's bouncing out. That was almost the clincher. I don't know how it went out, but there's another save. About to say wouldn't last for much longer, but that's on target. What did we just witness? And he is hype. And now it's got to adjust, but tied 3-3, 31 seconds left. Looking at the kickoff. But demos back and forth trading. Are we going to have OT? Emerson trying to end it. He's got another touch, but met with some resistance. Almost gets that bouncer. 5 seconds left. Little Day giving much space, but that pre-jump on defense, crazy. A whole 5 seconds. But OT is here. Ends in a kickoff goal. I can't believe it. Alright, just kidding. We do not have a kickoff goal. One of these days it's gonna happen. But Little Day, flip reset, saving it. does get in between, but Big Papa was in a dangerous spot. Now he collects and taking the 50. And shot on target. Emerson with the save. Trying to counter. Emerson gets a few touches going around and a demo. Samir SN is there to challenge by time while his teammate responds. But certainly back and forth, you could see the spacing in between. And a slight touch forward, back, and look at these passes. Maybe too many passes, but I love the attempts. Little Day being challenged. Big Papa gets deleted and had the open net, but Emerson realized it, and these demos are crazy coming out. You figure one of them is going to result in a goal. And now we see Little Day floating. Now we see Emerson floating. Can't get the bump. Little Day backs into some boost. And big demo. That is denied. Incredible effort on defense. But flick too strong, and you gotta keep it away from Big Papa on the ground. And solid flick. Master Dogways. D. Tie up the series in a doozy. All right, game 3 is upon us. Hold on. You gotta be careful with that. Hold on. It's time. It's go time. All right, let's lock in here. And what a save. Little Day. Denying. I believe so far we've seen the first goal go in favor of Master Dogways in each game. And we'll be looking at that almost actually in. My bad. That thing had some sauce. I thought it was bouncing out. No, that is just a perfect bar in. And holy smokes. And adding another, nothing like a kickoff goal to really make you depressed. But Master Dogways, they are not depressed. They're up by 2. Looking to gain game 3, but alright, they're depressed. Because that just went through on a kickoff goal. But they're still up by 1. And so, Big Papa takes control. And Emerson there just in time. That Little Day, no boost. Has to get the save. And smartly avoids the demo. He's got good hearing. But trying for the pass. And 50'd out. Little Day. Moving it forward. Emerson forcing the issue. Has the touch, but Big Papa there to move it forward. And not gonna get the chance to cut it as Little Day ties it up. And that one, a little miscue from Big Papa. He cut it. That's his only play right there in an instant. So easy challenge. And Little Day capitalizing. But venturing back. Looks like they are locked in. Or not. Because we just see tactical fakes. But bouncing out, Little Day is a little bit wide and could pay the price for it. And always being tested in the series makes a good defensive effort. And 50'd out to the side. Emerson actually reads that. Now Big Papa, I don't know where he's going, bringing it wide. But now plenty of time for send. And trying for the 50 in. And could turn on this on an instant. And hits the crossbar, and nothing gonna be doing. Tied 2-2. Missed opportunity, but for how long Little Day racing to get back, and just a series of unfortunate events for both teams. Definitely opportunities, but definitely crossbars as well. This is chalked, and there Big Papa is hanging out in front of net and puts it through after a series of back and forth possible scores. I saw some chances at open nets, maybe a millisecond from happening. But can't get a touch there, and 2 minutes on the clock. Spartan Demons down by 1. Series score 1 apiece. And Emerson somehow gets it forward. There's no challenge on the ball, despite the attempts. Now Big Papa, that's going to be denied. Yeah, no shade to, but we don't want to be like the royalty finals in a completely different language. But what a play from Emerson. That is a strong clip right there. Spartan Demons up by 1. And doesn't last for much longer. Big Papa has different plans in mind, but a great pass leading to that. But not going to be a kickoff, and Big Papa, nerves of steel. It gets a pop near his net. That is risky behavior. And what a flick! And he actually reads it. Bar down, finishing it off. What a play. And this has gone back and forth quite a few times. And Big Papa just taking that extra step to the left, slowing it down, and it's enough. But Big Papa having a heck of a game on game 3. But big bump, Little Day there. And they're definitely not out of it. Down by 1, 45 seconds left. But too challenging, trying to keep it forward. Big Papa with a pass denied from Emerson. Unfortunately, that's going to bounce up the wall. And Little Day denied, but definitely threatening, causing 2 to commit. And you could see Spartan Demons trying and succeeding. The pressure was there, and so was their will. We might have another OT. Although Big Papa last gets a touch, but it's going through, and definitely not who you want to control with under 4 seconds to go. And Master Dogways take a late one. Not going to OT. Had different plans in mind, but we are going to game 4. Sovereign Heights. What did Macho prophesize? I didn't see it. Oh, brother. That's why they call him Big Papa. And he gets 1 to start. And showing how it's done. Has the flicks on point. With Spartan Demons gonna have to ramp it up to the next level. But Big Papa looking dangerous. Had already 2 opportunities. Little Day tactical fake almost works. But Little Day venturing back. Emerson venturing back. Could be a shot. And now 2v1, except we got a deletion. That's going to cut the numbers. And almost an own goal. Would not have been good. But under 4 minutes ago, Emerson hovering. And Emerson has been a nuisance in this game to start. And will be rewarded for such. And maybe a kickoff. And we gotta look. Master Dogways, I don't think they have a cheating player on the kickoff. And that certainly penalizes him there on a kickoff goal. Nothing like it. Little Day challenging. Initial touch, and that's in. What a play. Using the left wall. Doesn't need boost. He's got the angles. He broke out the protractor. But that's going to be rough and should be an open net. That's awkward. Well, might be an open net on the other side. But Little Day, perhaps passing. What are we witnessing right now? I don't know what we're witnessing right now. I think we have done the opposite of lock-in. Emerson gets the pop. And Big Papa there on the challenge. Lockout. No, that's too easy. A Little Day going for some demos. Really big faith in Emerson. Although Emerson, low boost, just made the save. Needs a little assistance. And we're watching some craziness ensue. Big Papa. Nothing doing now, Emerson. And gives up possession there, but trying to 50. So we're coming down to 2 minutes. 1 goal lead from Spartan Demons, but as you have seen in this game, anything could happen, such as an own goal. I mean, it almost happened, and now it really did. So, really bound to happen. Because if it was going to be in any game, it'd be in this game 4. Damn, a little mental health from Macho. Nobody asks Dad how he's doing. Send me your SSN, he's chilling. He's got all the money from a hub in Africa. But what a pass and a little chip shot. Well, Master Disciple's still not out of it. They're down by 1. That can certainly change. And the flick coming out, and Lil Day wise to anticipate it. Just enough of a save. But 15. This is going to be cut off from Emerson. Takes to the air. Little Day waiting. But has to be careful. And that's possession. And just a rocket of a flick. Definitely a bad scenario to be in. But we are tied up. 42 seconds left. Master Dogways trying to come back and steal this game. Win the series. They're up 2-1. But there comes Big Papa. He's got an open net. Brutal. As 21 seconds left. And they need a kickoff goal, but no cheating. No cheater, but not really cheating, but cheating on the kickoff. We have to clarify. Well, 4 seconds left. Lil Day looking for some magic. That's going to stay grounded. Emerson not gonna do much there, and before we trip over our words, we gotta thank them for playing. Very much appreciated. As Master Dogways disciples, they will take the victory. We also have to thank everybody in chat who viewed this one. Do we still want the MCam? No, we don't, because it's turned off. So, let me close this out. But if you chose Master Dogways, damn, you got some money coming your way. You are correct. There's the payout. You could buy a boat with that. And thank you for the follow, Night Snips. Appreciate it. But yeah, that is gonna do it for cast tonight. I'm doing a GC3 scrim. I'm hosting that later at 10. But as far as casting goes, that was our only one for the night. But as usual, I'll upload this to YouTube. Anybody can view it there. But once again, big shout out to Spartan Demons, allowing us to have their player cams and playing tonight, allowing us to cast along with Master Dogways. So shout out to the teams. Definitely a team to look at for playoffs, Master Dogways. But also, you know the drill. Thanks again for keeping me company in that chat. Dogway. Yeah, true. Alright. Alright. Let's keep it even here. I just like to combine the D. Alright, chat, settle down.